This is a 1964 Ford Fairlane 500, a very special one though. It's a replica of the Thunderbolt. There were 100 Thunderbolts made this year, and the idea was to supply them to racers so that it could establish Ford on the drag strip as a worthy competitor to all the Hemis that were out there. The original had a 427 cubic inch engine from the Galaxie. Also had an automatic transmission. This one is a nice original color, that chestnut color, and you can see it's been around a bit. There were 100 of these made, and I have a couple references that I'll cite in the description so that you can find out a little bit more about the Thunderbolts. This has a minimal interior, as you would expect from a dragster, with special gauging here. Make sure that the driver knew what was going on, including oil temperature over here on the far right. One of the references that I have is to an original one of these Thunderbolts that went through the Mecum auction a few years ago. And another reference I have is to a barn find that is very recent of an original one that's been in the barn for years and years. It originally had the automatic transmission, but a change was made to a 4-speed manual because the transmission would break. And evidently they found out the reason for that was too low a stall speed. But at any rate, the only modification made to that one was changing out the transmission. And that's the second reference that I'll cite in the description. This is really the day when racing was king, and the car companies were really devoted to it, realizing full well that if there was a victory on the weekend, people would show up at the showroom the following week and possibly buy one of their cars. This is neat, and I'm sure that the hood here is very similar to the original, which was fiberglass. And body panels, I don't know. I think the original were aluminum. I don't know whether they were able to do that with this or not. And I would imagine that the chassis is a stock Fairlane 500 chassis. How they got this displacement engine, I don't know, whether it's a rebore of the original 427 or not. But at any rate, I'm sure it would make an excellent accounting for itself. You notice that the air cleaner gets the air from those tubes going down to where the headlights, two of the headlights would have been.